So after yet another incredible contest between two very quality teams, the Knicks have won Game 2 with a final score of 105-104. And if you missed it, it was incredibly intense all the way down to the final moments. Before I get too far into this video, I really want to start it off on a positive note. Shout out to Karl-Anthony Towns, man. Heading into this series, everybody was acting like this guy was going to be barbecue chicken for Wemby, and now he's looking like he might be the Finals MVP, when if the Knicks were going to win, everybody was really expecting it to be Jalen Brunson. And it still could be, we have to see how the rest of the series plays out, but the narratives about Cat heading into the NBA Finals was that he's soft, he's the weakest defender that Wemby has played against this postseason, and he's way too small to handle this alien. Well, look who's talking now, as he's been doing a great job both offensively and defensively. I think this really could be a 2015 Finals type situation where Karl-Anthony Towns wins the Finals MVP like Andre Iguodala did, not just for what he did on the offensive end, but how great of a job he did for containing the best player on the other side of the court. Except the one major difference is that Cat isn't building a brick house from the free throw line. But I digress. In the history of the NBA Finals, no team has ever gone down 0-2 on their home floor and then come back to win the series. That news is bleak enough as it is, but then you have to consider the fact that the New York Knicks have won 13 straight playoff games, which also means that they haven't lost a game since April. On top of that, the environment that the San Antonio Spurs are about to step into for Game 3 is going to be one of the most energetic and passionate atmospheres that we have ever seen in this league. You're talking about Knicks fans who haven't won a championship since 1973 and who haven't sniffed a championship since 1999. They're going to be going absolutely ballistic. Now, to be fair to San Antonio, they probably haven't felt like they've played an actual home game yet, because the amount of Knicks fans that were present in San Antonio was jarring. But honestly, it makes sense when you look at the ticket prices for the Knicks home games compared to the Spurs home games. No wonder so many Knicks fans were willing to fly out and see their team finally play for an NBA championship. Now we have to talk about the way the game ended. This was absolutely brutal. We had a big argument on the members stream last night about who is to blame for this turnover. Honestly, I think it's a little bit of both guys. Obviously, Wemby gets the rebound and then he throws it directly into his teammate's back, but if you're the guard, you gotta be looking to get that ball out of your center's hands. I understand Wemby's a ball handler and maybe he wants the final shot at the end, but at the very least, you gotta be keeping an eye on the ball handler if you're Stephon Castle. And if you look at it in slow-mo, it's just really inconvenient timing, because Castle's looking at Wemby the entire time like he's ready for the basketball, and then just as Castle starts to look away, that's when Wemby starts to make the pass. It's an awkward situation, and not only does he then turn it over, but he immediately commits a foul on Jalen Brunson, who is obviously a great free throw shooter. Now this might seem completely random and completely out of left field, like it doesn't apply to this current situation, but hang with me on this one. So a couple months ago on social media, I saw a clip from this comedian named Shane Gillis, and he recently had this take about Michael Jordan's championship-winning shot in North Carolina, and it annoyed me so much when I saw it. Take a look.
Have you guys ever seen Jordan's game winner against UNC? Or when he was at UNC, he won the national championship. It's like an iconic thing.
Oh, yeah.
He hits a corner jumper to win the national title. There was 20 seconds left. The other team gets the ball and comes down the court with 20 seconds. The guy at the top of the key just throws the ball to North Carolina. He throws it to the wrong guy.
Look for Sleepy Floyd. Oh, he threw it to the wrong man.
Everyone just sucked. It's like a street ball pass, like a little kid pass. The guy gets the ball. No one's really pressuring him. He just panics and throws it to another guy.
You should have seen what a lot of people had to say in these comments, as they were taking a dump on the competition of the 1980s, acting like everyone was just dumb in that era, and that's the only way a play like this could ever happen. Now fast forward a couple months later, and now the alleged best player in the world just made a similar embarrassing play in the most important game of his life. I know we as a basketball community spend so much time fighting over our eras, but the truth is, they're not all that different. Some things are just consistently true throughout all eras, like young players being caught up in the moment and doing boneheaded things in situations where they can't afford it. It reminded me of the turnover in the national championship game. It reminded me of Magic Johnson's Tragic Johnson moment. It reminded me of Kobe shooting 4 air balls in his rookie season to lose a playoff game. It reminded me of Chris Webber getting away with the travel and then calling a timeout when they didn't have one. And it reminded me of J.R. Smith ruining the greatest game of LeBron's life. Like many of those players and like many of those greats I mentioned, I don't think Wemby will let this terrible moment define his entire career. But at the same time, considering the situation they're in now, it's hard to look at the specific blunder and not think that it's going to be the lasting image of this series. San Antonio had several legitimate opportunities to take this game, and if they had, this series looks completely different. Unfortunately, they now have the task of beating one of the hottest teams in playoff history in 4 out of their next 5 games, with the majority of those being in their opponent's building. Again, I don't want to say it's over, but man does it feel over. So what do you guys think? Is there any hope for San Antonio to win this series? And also, who do you think is more to blame for that turnover, Wemby or Stephon Castle? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments section below. Shout out to the members for supporting the channel, and thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.